What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phase 6, your source for music, business, motivation, and support. It is your guy, Sir Love, and here's another episode of Ask Sir Love, right? In this particular episode, I'm going to answer and break down another question that was left to me in the comments. If you want me to break down your question, leave one in the comments, right? So this person here, Jamario Bush, right, asked me a year ago, can you make how to start a production label? I did a video called how to start a record label, and people wanted to know, well, how do you start a production label, a production company? And it's very similar to how to start a record label. So please watch the how to start a record label video, and let me give you a couple different nuances, all right? So here we go. A production company, first off, the difference between a production company and a record label is that a production company focuses on the music making process. They focus on the producers, the engineers, the studio, the songwriters, right? The process of making dope records, instrumentalists, right? All of these things, making the music itself, whether it's just a single, whether it's the full album, whether it's bringing in people to work on the project, right? The whole logistics of that, they focus on that. Production, okay? Then you have the record label. The record label does production, but in addition to doing production, they also do your marketing and distribution services, as well as the label will sign you to a publishing company, and they'll help service your publishing as well, right? So the label has a more full service kind of experience. And what many labels do is they work with production companies so that they don't have to pretty much outsourcing that portion of the labor, right? Or of the workload as a whole, all right? Now, how do you go about starting a production company? Well, the key things to starting a production company, outside of the basic things that come with any company, which for a reminder are, you got to get an EIN number, you got to open up a bank account, you got to file your company with the Secretary of State, whatever state you're in, right? So your company can be can legally exist. You probably create a logo, you probably trademark the logo, all that type of stuff, right? All the basic fundamentals. I want to start any business type stuff. But outside of that, what makes it unique for the music business? You need to create a production environment. What does that mean? Well, it means that you probably own a studio, or you're getting ready to own a studio. If you do not own a studio, then it means you probably own a contract or some type of, you have some type of control or great relationships with people that do production, or you yourself does production, right? You have to have the people and the environment to actually do production. That's pretty much all it takes to have a production company. You can start one in your basement, you can start one right out of your bedroom. If you have really great writers and really great producers on your team, and you don't even have to be a writer or producer. You can just be the business person that helps bring business to the company, because the company makes money by doing projects that get paid. Oh, that sounds so simple, doesn't it? Right? It's a little more complicated from a sales perspective if you're the business person, because the business person is actively going out and pitching the songs and the beats to people in the game. They're pitching the beats to producers, other producers, and saying, hey, can we work with you? Can we partner with you on this project? They're pitching the beats to artists. Hey, can you rap on this for your project? They're pitching the songs to singers and A&Rs and all these different types of people. They're out there selling it, right? They also may be partnering up with music licensing companies or music supervisors to get you on, television and commercials and things of that nature. So there's a sales side to the production company where someone has to go out and take all this music that you're creating and go make money somewhere, right? Generate interest for it, build a brand for you all as a production company, so that when people start projects, they start thinking, I gotta call ABC production company because we work with them on this other artist and it was a great experience, right? Production companies also have to have their paperwork together, because they are held responsible really when ish hits the fan and doesn't work out the right way, because you don't have your splits right, or you don't have, it's really normally the splits. It's normally the freaking splits, but you don't have your records registered right with the proper entities, all this type of crap. Production companies really get a bad rap for that, and it only takes one bad experience for people to start saying, we can't work with them, because typically that type of documentation is reviewed later in most creative processes. And so you're typically up against a deadline by the time they're starting to review your paperwork. And when they find out your paperwork is not accurate, it lets them know that you're not professional and don't want to work with you anymore. So when it comes to a production company, what do you need to start? In summary, You just need to open a business like you do any other business. You need to make sure you have the right creative people around you. You want to make sure that you have access to or you own a place where these creative people can work. You need to have a salesperson that can sell the output of whatever you guys have created, right? Even if that is an artist that you all sign and represent, someone has to sell that artist, get that artist out there, whatever, right? And then you have to make sure you have someone that can handle the paperwork so that when you do get opportunities, doors don't get shut on you. All right. So that should be everything you need to know about starting a production company. If you have questions or concerns, please leave a comment. This is Ask Sir Love, and that's what I do. I take some time out of my day every morning, and I go through some of your questions, and I answer them. All right. If you want to talk to me directly on the show, Chasing Greatness, reach out, 404-442-4792. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching the video, and I'm Sir Love. I'm out.